Good morning, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and guys, welcome to my class on MS Excel. So this is our first session for the day 4. So if I have to recap what all I have done so far in your MS Excel training, so we have discussed so far in our training, we have discussed the basic application on how we can navigate the MS Excel. Okay, that is the one thing. So then we talked about the features of MS Excel by using Excel options. Okay, that was the next thing what we did. Then we learned the environment, MS Excel window environment. Either we talk about quick access toolbar or title bar, or we talk about address bar or name bar, okay, or the referencing of cell. Okay, so we discussed about them, zoom in, zoom out. We discussed the basic features of MS Excel workbook and worksheet. Okay, and then going further, we discussed about the properties of cell either on the basis of row or on the basis of column. Okay, we discussed that. We discussed in certain conditions how we can restrict the conditions within the cell. So that also we can restrict by using the data validation function. Then we talked about the property, how we can calculate the total number of columns in an Excel worksheet. Okay, we talked about the property of counting the number of rows in the Excel worksheet. Then we talked about how we can put a password in Excel workbook and the password in Excel worksheet. So we learned that. Okay, then what else? We learned about the application of Visual Basic for application. So that is we called as VBA, which is there under Developer tab. So along with that, I talked about some reference of data analysis and solver, which we can install as an add-in by going to manage add-ins. So like by entering there, we can work on the add-ins. So we discussed about them. What else we did? So we beyond it, we talked about the construction of random number, how we can remove the formulas for the random number. We talked about how alternatively I can write the digits, okay, in serial order, which follows arithmetic progression. So I believe more or less we have done these topics so far. So anyone, any question before I start the class? Anything you want to ask from me? Anyone? Any doubt? Anyone? Okay. So, so talking about MS Excel, when we talk about MS Excel, as I mentioned already, that when I have to open MS Excel, I always use window R. In window R Excel, I write and just press enter. That is what I do. Apart from that, you can do right click on your desktop, you get into new, under new, you can find MS Excel, or you can go under window, you can check under program, you can see in office, or you can go alphabetically down, see in E, you will find MS Excel, and then you can click there. Okay, that is another way to get into the MS Excel. So different ways are there depending upon how you are working. So whenever we open MS Excel, under MS Excel, we can see the recent workbook on which I have worked. So if something I want to redo on the same, I can do. Otherwise, I simply press enter, and I can see a new workbook. So when I see this new workbook, by default, one workbook consists of one worksheet. Here you can see 5 worksheets. So that customization I have done because I went under Excel options. So Excel options, you will go under file. If you go under file, you will find Excel options. Under file, you will find Excel options. Shortcut key for that is Alt FT. And in that, under general, you can change, include this many sheet. You can change the office theme. So office theme is black. You want to change to white or gray or green, office green, you can change it. Okay, that part we can do. Okay, then at the like probably when we see MS Excel, uh, when we see this Excel MS Excel environment, you can see at the top left you have quick access toolbar. You have this where book one is a term which we call a title bar, we can change it by going into under file. Under file, we can do save as. Under save as, we can click wherever we want to save. By default, it will save in Excel workbook format, which is .xlsx. Okay, so you can give the navigation or the path where it need to be saved. That part we can do. So that way, if we do, we'll give a proper naming to the workbook. Otherwise, if we don't do that and suddenly the power get off and system gets switch off, then whole then we need to dependent on God and auto recovery option of the Excel to give us the required file on which we have worked. Probably the next time when we click on Microsoft Office Excel, so please don't simply rely on auto recovery option. The auto recovery option, if we see under Excel option, we can see something called save. So if you go under the save, we can see the options of auto saving option, auto recovery saving option, which I have put as 10 minutes. You can change it also depending upon your convenience. So you know that we discuss about speak cell. So speak cells on enter. So the moment we write anything, so probably the moment we write anything, we write anything. So so you have something called speak cell. So it will tell you, and then you have another features called. So you write anything, it will speak. So you can put that under quick access. So we can put that under quick access toolbar. So for that, we need to go under quick access toolbar. If you go under quick access toolbar, so there we can go to all commands, and under all command we need to search for S. They all are arranged in ascending order. We'll search for S. We'll go to S, and there we'll go for speak cell on enter. So all this we have done. So I'm just doing a quick revision of what all features we have discussed till now. So you can see at the top you have a title bar. Okay, so with a name called book one, by default it will come like this. If you want to open more workbook, you can press Control N. You can press Control N, Control N for new. So by pressing Control N, you can open as many workbook as you want. And when you want to close them, you can press Control W. So when you press Control W or Alt F4, so when you press Control W or Alt F4, we can close the workbook. While by controlling N, we can open as many workbook as we can. So this is at the top. We have quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar consists of certain functions which we require on very frequent basis. So those commands we can arrange in the quick access toolbar. So these are basically ribbons. Then we can see these are basically tab: file, insert, draw, page layout, formula, review, view, developer, help. If developer tab is not visible here, so how we can make sure that our developer tab get visible? So for that, we can go to customize ribbon. Under the customize ribbon, tick the developer tab. So that way we can find the developer tab. Okay, so we can go to file. Under file, if you go under options, okay, under options, when we go to customize ribbon, so under customize ribbon, what we can do, we can tick the developer tab. It will get visible. If you want, we can create a tab of our name also. So you can do that. You just simply need to click on new tab, and you click on new tab and then rename it. You can rename it with any name. You can rename it with any name. Okay, so you're given a name to the tab. Okay, you're given a name to the tab. Once you're given a name to the tab, then you can go into new group. Under new group, so what you can do, you can also give a name to that group. So you can give a name to that group also. We can give a name to the group. Once we give name to the group, we can add as many features as we want, as many ribbons we can want. We can do that. Similarly, you can create more groups. Like I created a group called finance. You can again click on new group and again rename it. Again we can rename it. So once we rename it again, after renaming it again, we can put more ribbons inside that. After renaming it, we can put more ribbons inside, and then probably we can see a definite ribbon of our name, sorry, a definite tab of our name. And gradually, once we can see a different tab of our name, so gradually, depending upon the objective, depending upon your client, depending upon your profile, depending upon the scenario on which we are working, we can create like this more and more groups, which will definitely will help us in the future. So what is the shortcut for the file and MS Excel, sir? File and MS Excel, I did not understand your question, Vinay. So to open as many workbook, you can use Vinay Control N and a Control N. You can press Control N, Control N, Control N, Control N, Control W to close it, Control W to close it, because you have not written anything. So it is not asking you to save it. Like suppose if I write anything here, suppose if I write anything here, now if I try to close it, Control W, it will ask me that since because you have written something here, so please do you want to save it or you simply want to ignore it? So that is up to you. So because that feature is there, that whatever we write in the workbook, so Excel will always ask us before closing it, so that do you want to save it or you don't want to save it? Okay, so that thing always be there with us. So now you can see this tab what I've created. I created to show you. So I have no intention for using it further. So I just simply remove it, Alt F3, and then customize ribbon. Here reset all, press OK, yes, and then press OK. So we see that customization is done. Okay, so this anything when you're working in Excel, if you have any doubt, you can go under help. You can go under help, and if you are connected with internet, any functions, if any problem you are not understanding any features on Excel, you can check under help, or for help you can press F1. If you press F1, if you press F1, you get the help. So there you can spend time on with help and to understand more about MS Excel. So that way it will help you. So help feature in Excel will definitely help you to clear any doubt in case if Amit sir is not there with you. So you this help feature is being made for you people, so that you can ask to the help that please help me. So you can remember this. So you have seen these tabs, you have seen this tab. I've shown you how you can customize this tab. Under these tab, you can see ribbons like clipboard, font, alignment, number, okay, style, cells, editing. These are the clipboard. Okay, these are the clipboards under this clip under sorry, these are not clipboard, these are groups. Okay, so the clipboard, font, alignment, number, style, they are the groups. Under the groups, you have lot of ribbons. Under the group, you have lot of ribbons. Okay, so these ribbons is the tool on which we are working on MS Excel. Okay, so we have lot of tools when we work on MS Excel. So these ribbons will help us to navigate into these tools. Now, if you want these ribbons to be visible, then well and good, it's always be visible below the tab. Otherwise, if you want these ribbons not to visible for couple of time, probably, so you can press Control F1. So you can see Control F1. So whenever you press Control F1, the ribbons will become invisible. Okay, so then below that we have an address bar, and then we have formula bar. So I hope you people understand all this. Then whatever I'm working on a cell. Whatever I'm working on, I'm working on a cell. So when we see this cell is actually made of rows and columns. So in Excel, we have 10 lakh 48,576 rows. In Excel, we have 10 lakh 48,576 rows. In Excel, the number of column we have is XFD. The last column is XFD, and the total number of columns are 16,384 columns. If I want to count the number of columns, I simply write anything on column A. I'll copy that, Control C, Control Shift right arrow. Control V. So if I do like this, I can see at the account a value called 16,384. So that will give me the total number of columns in the Excel worksheet. Total, remember, the last row is 10,48,576. Okay, remember this. The last row is 10,48,576. The last row is Excel. The last column is XMP. The last cell in Excel is XFD 10,48,576. This is the last cell in the Excel. F1, Tejaswar, F1 is the, we use F1 probably for, we use F1 for the help function. This is for graph, Tejaswar, Alt F1, what you did. This is for graphing purpose, Tejaswar. Whenever we plot the graph, we normally use this. You can go under insert and you can see the graph there. Okay, so remember this, the last cell is 10,48,576. That is the last cell. Now suppose if I, suppose now, suppose I'm in, suppose I want to go to, I want to go to A, I want to go, suppose AT, I want to go to a column AT. I told you go to AT 576. Go to this cell. Suppose if I told you go to this cell AT 576. So how can you go to this cell AT 576? For that, either you click here in the address bar and write AT 576. Okay, press enter. So you will go there. That is the one way. The other way, what you can do, the other way, what you can do, the other way you can press Control G. The other way, there is the other way. 1 minute while. Okay, that is this is basically I've created a macro with the name Control G. So I'll leave it. So you can go to this. So you can click on go to. Okay, so that is actually the shortcut key of Control G. And by mistake I've created a macro with a shortcut Control G. So I told you, we a macro. So that macros we use we can run the macro. So by mistake, sometime in yesterday I created a macro with this same name Control G. So whenever I'm pressing Control G, so instead of go to this my macro is working on. So leave that. So otherwise you can do manually. Go here, go to go to go to. You can do Control G with you. When you go to wherever, whichever cell you want to go. If I say 8576, you write 8576, press enter. You will reach to 8576. The shortcut key for that is Control G. The shortcut key for that is Control G. Okay, so you any cell anywhere you require. I'll tell you guys, if you write the exam, no Microsoft Office exam, so there you need all this. They will tell you that the question will come like this, that in the cell 8576 there's a value called 56. Okay, take that value from there. Okay, add that value with the another cell address of that cell is F1297. Okay, so plus, so you're getting, so you can simply press Control G. Control G, you do Control G, and there you write the cell number, you will go there. Or you simply under home, you can find and select. You can find and select, go click on find and select, and there you write the cell number wherever you want to go. P678. So you will go to that cell. Clear everyone? Or you can do by going it here. Anyone, any doubt, any question? So this way we can navigate here. So we have discussed already about title bar. We talked about quick access toolbar. We talked about tab. We talked about ribbon. We try to understand the cell, the property of cell. You want to do anything on a cell. No? You want to do anything on a cell. Okay, press Control 1. You want to do anything on a cell, press Control 1. Control 1, or you do right click. You can do right click and go there, format cell. You want to do any post-mortem on any cell, you can press Control 1. You can press Control 1. Okay, you can press Control 1, or do right click on your system. Okay, and then go inside format cell. Do right click on the system, go inside the format cell, and there you can make any changes. If any changes, required changes, whatever we want to do, we can do this. We have something called number, we have alignment, we have font, we have border, we have fill, we have protection. So you can fix a cell, you can unfix a cell. So all that you can do. Okay, you can fix a cell. All that you can do. These are self-explanatory. Okay, these all are self-explanatory. You can just do it by yourself. Go under format cell. Under format cell, you can see these options. These options will keep on using again. Alignment. You can change the alignment. Okay, the angle, general, bottom, shrink to fit, all that, merge cell, font. You can change the font. Okay, you can increase the font, you can decrease the font size, anything. You can change the font type. Okay, whichever font type you want. Okay, you want to put superscript, subscript, all that we can do. Border you want, you can put a border. Okay, so what type of border you want? Fill, you want to fill with color, you can fill with a color. Anything and everything you can do with the cell. So that those are self-explanatory. So you can do it by simply clicking on format cell. So any cell, any problem happens, you can do format cell, and there you can navigate and understand depending upon your convenience. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Now, if you know that in Excel workbook you have worksheets, and in order to go from one worksheet to another worksheet, you can use Control Page Up, Control Page Down. You can use Control Page Up, Control Page Down. You can use Control Page Up, Page Down. You can use Control Page Up, Control Page Down. Okay, you know this part. We can discuss about Control Page Up. We can talk about Control Page Down. Okay, so normally in Excel, whenever we write any formula in Excel, the properties of that formula can be easily visible under formula bar. Okay, so I hope you remember. I hope you remember very basic formula of compound interest, which is called future value is equal to present value into 1 plus rate of interest to the power time. Suppose, I hope everyone knows this formula. Everyone knows about this formula, right? Everyone knows about this formula. So let's discuss a little bit about this formula, some question based on this. So you can see this. you know about this formula. Now this color by mistake it came. So I want to remove this color. Just go here, clear format. So now I like any application of formula if we'll do, so that we can do by simply using this relationship of compound interest. Amount is equal to principal into 1 plus rate of interest to the power time. Okay, so what I can do here, I can write my principal. I can write my principal. I can write my principal. Suppose my principal is 10,000 rupees. So I wrote some zeros. I wrote my principal was 10,000 rupees, and I wrote okay. So by talking, I simply wrote something. Now I'm not sure this how many zeros are there. So in that scenario, you just click on this comma. When you put comma, you can see no, it's not 10,000. It is 1 lakh. So if this is 1 lakh, so you can make it 10,000. I hope you understood this. Now this 10,000 should be in rupees. So you can go here and click on this. So now I hope you understand. You get the rupees. Okay. Now I believe that what I'm writing, maybe many people will face difficulty because of font size. I can increase this. Okay, now when I increase it, I have started getting hash, 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 insta hash. So I can just double click here. So this is my principal. Then my rate of interest. My rate of interest, when what is my rate of interest? That is 10% per annum. My rate of interest is 10% per annum. So guys, remember one thing. Remember one thing in Excel. Remember one thing in Excel, that whenever you write number, no, whenever you write any number in Excel, whenever you write any number, okay, it will incline toward right hand side. And if you write any character, if you write any character, it will incline on left hand side. You can change the alignment and all. You can change that, but this is by default it will come. And next thing, guys, you please remember, never write character and number together. If you write character and number together, Excel will consider it as a character only. Okay, please understand that part. So here, if you want to do calculation on this, don't write 10% per annum together. Can you understand this? Don't write them together. Okay, so how can I separate this? Okay, so don't write them together, write them separate. Okay, so how can I separate this 10% per annum? Now, how can I remove this per annum from where? So for that, I'll press F2. For that, I'll press F2. The moment I press F2, now I went inside the cell. Now I'll press F2. If I press F2, now I went inside this cell. Then you select this data, Control X, and then I can do Control V. So when I do like this, you can see 10% now get inclined toward right hand side, because it now it become a number. So once we get this, then I can take the time. Time is whatever. You can put time in year, suppose 5 years. So when you say 5 years, don't write 5 year together, because now it's acting like a character. So write only 5. In year you can write in next cell. Okay. Now once we're done with this, so I can find my future value. This is my principal, or I can write this is my PV, present value. PV means present value. So my FB, this my FB is equal to any mathematical calculation you want to do in Excel, do with equal to sign, equal to open bracket, or equal to 10,000 up arrow into shift 8, 1 plus 1 plus rate. What is your rate? Rate is 10%, close bracket, to the power T. Time is 5 years, up arrow. So power sign shift 6. So power sign shift 6, and this is your 5. So Clear everyone? So if I press enter, you can see guys, whatever I've done, you can see the color, you H5. H5 means H5, the cell where I wrote 10,000. You can see with the color, you can identify. Multiply is shift 8. Power is shift 6. You can, with the color, you can, of the cell, you can understand this. Press enter. Now, if you press enter, you will get the value called 16,105.10. Here, everyone. If you want to do understand this cell, you can press F2. You can press F2, you can understand what form of calculation we have done here. If you want to understand this. Now here, if you change this 10,000 to any value, your answer will get changed. This you can write 7%. Your answer will get changed. You can write here. Your answer will get changed. I hope you're understanding. Automatically, it will do all the work. Now, next thing is that guys, what you want, you if you click on this formula F2, you can see H5, H6, H7. You can, if you want, you can change the name of this cell. This is H5. No, you can change it to principal. You can change it to principal if you want. Principal. You can write this. This is principal now. Now, if you see this, this is just go there address bar. Rate of interest. So it is not percentage sign. It is not accepting. So rate per annum something. This is also not accepting. So you can write here. Only you can write rate then. So rate. Then time. Time. What you can do? You can write here time. Now if you see here, write your principal. This is your principal. See the difference, guys. Into shift 8, 1 plus rate of interest to the power time. Clear, everyone? And so I hope you people understood this. So like we can use the same application. We can use the same application here. Like this is year, then this is your present value. Okay. Yeah, this is your present value. Okay, this is your rate of interest. Okay. And if you want to determine your future value, you can use the same formula here, guys. Suppose year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Present value. I'm just writing some random numbers, so I can write random number by using rand function. I can write some random numbers. I'm writing illogical, some random numbers. So I'm just writing some random number. Okay, those are my present value. So I wrote the number, these random number, because like sir wanted to do this formula. So for that sir wanted some numbers. So instead of sir writing those numbers, we can use this function called rand between. Once you got those random numbers, please delete the formula. How to delete the formula? Control C, Alt ESV, Control C, Alt ESV. Formula got removed. Suppose the rate of interest is 7%. Suppose your rate of interest is 7%. So now I can find my future value. So guys, now I can find my future value. So what is my future value? How can I now? Okay, this present value, these all are in rupees, no? So put rupee currency. So I can put rupee currency. So I can put rupee currency on this. So this part everyone understands, right? I can put rupee currency on this. Now, if you see this, guys, if I want to find the future value, means what, guys? So the money which I have deposited at the end of first year, it will grow for how many years, guys? Please understand. So suppose every year I go to the bank and I deposit some money. Okay, every year I'm going to bank and depositing some money into the bank. So the money which I have grown after 1 year, if the total money is going to grow for 7 years, this money will grow for 6 years. Can you understand this, guys? If total, maybe the life of that product is 7 year, okay. After 7 year, the product get mature. Maybe I've taken 7 year FD or seven year RD, recurring deposits. Okay. So don't tell me it's finance and all. It's something which everyone do. Your mom, dad, or money, whatever they are earning, definitely they are putting for yours. They're putting their saving for your future. So it's not like they have studied MBA in finance. That's why they're doing. If they know this thing, right? So like the same way, Raghu, yaar, what you are doing? Hmm. Write down this everyone. Guys, pay attention here. Suppose every year I'm going to bank. Okay, suppose every year I'm going to bank and putting some money in the bank. Whatever is my saving, that saving I simply put into the bank. So my saving can be of any amount. I'm not sure about. So at the end of the day, whatever I could able to save, I'm going and putting in the bank. Okay, this what I'm discussing, this you all need. Okay, it doesn't matter you are a MBA or you're engineer or whoever you are, at the end of the day you'll always try to save some money for your future, for your family, for uncertainty in your life. Okay, so simply I'm giving you an example. So whatever money I save, at the end of the day, I go and deposit in the bank. Okay, suppose the product on which I have done investment, suppose I have taken a 7 year FD or RD, okay, from the bank, and suppose bank is giving me 7% interest. I hope you are understanding. Now, suppose the bank is giving me suppose 7% interest. So whatever money I put in the bank, that money will grow at the rate of 7%. So the money which I have deposited at the end of first year, that will grow for how many years? 6 years. Because 6 year, can you understand? Because I've deposited at the end of first year, and the life of this product is 7 years. So it will grow for how many years? 6 years. This will grow for how many? 5 years. This will grow for how many years? 3 years. This will grow for 3 years. Then this 2 years. Then 1 year. Can you understand this, right? Okay. I hope you all are understanding. And for the future value, what formula I'm using for the future value? Future value is actually present value into 1 plus rate of interest to the power t. So this formula I'm using for the future value. I hope you understand it. So what I'll write here, I'll write equal to present value. This is my present value into shift 8 for into open bracket. Okay, 1 plus rate of interest. Rate of interest is 7%. Close bracket. Shift 6 for power sign. Okay, now this will grow for how many years, guys? This will grow for 6 years. So how to write that 6 year? Why should I write manually 6 year? Because then automation will not work. Okay, so data science, what we are trying to learn, that should work on automation. Okay, every time you don't have to do the same thing. That's why we are learning. If every time we have to do the same thing by ourselves, then we are not learning anything in Excel. Then anyone can do. So one day I was interacting with my dad. So my dad was telling what is there in MS Excel. So we in office we do X work on Excel and all. So because their limitation of Excel, the way they see the world is very different to the actual application of Excel. I hope you understand it. So everyone use Excel. Even a shopkeeper also use Excel for maintaining daily account. But he or she don't know like till what extent he or she can use Excel. So anyway, coming back to this topic. So this will grow for how many years? This will grow for 6 years. So how can I write 6 years? This this cell -1. Can you understand this? This will give me the future value of money. Clear, everyone? Okay. So once you got this, now you can press enter. If you press enter, you'll get the future value of money. Clear, everyone? Now the thing is that, so you saw the formula, right? If I copy this formula here, if I copy this formula to this cell, if I copy this formula to this cell, you can see nothing happened. This 706 rupees should grow for 5 years. But if I see future value here, future value same only. So you can understand what actually went wrong in my formula, what we used. You can see this, what is showing. So let investigate. So equal to S23, okay, that is 550, you correct, into 1 plus 1 plus I23. Oh no. This should be I21 now. That should be 6-7%. No, why it is coming down? Why it is coming down to the power? Then you see G29. No. It should be 7 year. It should be G26. Okay, G26 minus this cell. Can you understand what happens? So what Excel works on automation. Can you see that Excel works on automation? So you put a formula here, 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 and then the moment you go down or you go right or you go left, Okay, automatically the cells will also get changed accordingly. Can you understand this part, guys? So what you can do, guys, certain cells you don't want them to move. Certain cell movement you don't want it to happen. So for that, what you can do, you can fix those cell. How to fix that cell? I want to fix this cell where I rate is written. So what I do, put your cursor between row and column. Put your cursor between row and column. Press F4. So if you press F4, the cell will get fixed. Dollar sign will come before row, before column. So that way the cell got fixed. Now that cell will not move. Similarly, this G27, I want to fix that cell. So put your cursor between row and column and press F4. And then press enter. Then press enter. Now what you do, just double click here. Your work is done. Now you can see, now you can see wherever you put your cursor, can you see this? The cell is not moving. Certain cells are not moving, which you fix. That is called F4 key. That is the first thing I learned in Excel. I remember when I joined my MBA college. So that was the first thing what I learned in my college. Before MBA, I have never worked on Excel. That time when my seniors used to come and they used to talk about finance club. So there they have given some class. I remember this is the first thing what I learned. So this is F4 key. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So this is the same calculation, guys. The same calculation, guys, what we did. Okay, so we can do this without a formula also, guys. Tomorrow, when you grow old, when you start working in some firm, I don't think you're gonna remember the formulas and all. Okay, but this you always have to use. Tomorrow you become a big stock market broker, or you become a big manager in some bank, something. So that time you're not going to remember. Plus, many people are very good in commerce, but may they not be very good in mathematics. Okay, they are very good in calculation. They're very good. They're very great investors, but they may not be very good with mathematics. So thereby, what you can do is there are certain formulas which are there in the Excel. Formula in the sense you just need to write like equal to FB. FB means future value. You don't need to remember this formula. Open bracket. Rate. What is the rate? 7%. Comma. Okay, fix that cell because that should go continue. So press F4. Okay, then NPR. NPR means time period. Time period will be what? Time period of this is 7 minus 1 year. 7. Fix this cell minus 1. Okay, this is your NPR. NPR means time period. NPER means time period. Rate means rate of interest. Comma. PMT means annuity. PMT means annuity. Now many people would be wondering, sir, what is annuity, sir? So what is annuity? Annuity basically means when you pay or when you receive a same amount of money after every regular interval of time, that we called as annuity. Sir, I did not understand, sir. So what is annuity, guys? Like I talk about rent. I pay rent every month to my owner. Either lockdown is there, not there, he is least bothered. I have to give him rent. So the rent what I pay at the end of every month, that amount is constant and the time period of payment is also constant. So it's an example of annuity. EMI which you give on a loan, that is annuity. Okay, so the pension, that is annuity because the time period is same. This you have studied in fourth semester, your BCom, BBA, financial management, or MBA second semester, financial management. You have studied all this. Okay, if you're not studied, you will study, or you're gonna study very soon. So don't worry on that part. That is PMT means annuity. So here there's no PMT, there's no amount which is fixed, which we are paying or receiving every month. Here the amount are different, comma, type, then PV means your present value. This is your present value. Type 0. So there's something called you see this type, guys. Two things are coming, 0 and 1. 0 means at the end of period, 1 means beginning of period. And before you see, if you guys, before this type, if you notice, this type is there under bracket. Can you see this, guys? Use your eye power, see very carefully on your screen. Okay, see that type. Type is there under bracket. Bracket there means it's not a compulsion. If you don't write also, you press enter, you'll get the answer. You press enter, you'll get the answer. Okay. So if you don't write also, there's no problem. That it means it's not a compulsion. Anything which written under the bracket, any anything which is written under bracket is not a compulsion. So then you say, no, sir, I want to understand, sir. I'm studying in Padma Shri Institute of Management and Science. I'm very sincere and very curious student. So I want to know what is 0, what is 1. So 0 means at the end of period. So you understand normally the payment cycle and all what we follow many places. We ask like, do you want in the beginning only or do you want at the end? Like I came to a new house. So I'll ask my owner, do you want the rent right now or should I pay you after every month? Or you want right now, then so in beginning of every month. So the end of this first month will be beginning of second month. So you can understand that way. So whenever this happens at the end of the period, we call it as an annuity. Whenever it happens at the beginning of period, we call it annuity due. Okay, so I hope you remember you have done all this. Okay, in your undergraduation or post graduation second semester, you have done. If you still you say that, sir, I have not done, means that shows your sincerity about the studies, which I can easily understand. And I have full, what you say, faith for your knowledge. So in the sense that because the same thing what you're studying in undergraduation, same thing you'll study in post graduation, and even then you never get to know that you are simply studying the same thing every time again and again. So without realizing that you already studied that, deja vu feeling never comes. That is a beauty. So here you can put by default 0. So close bracket, enter. Now you will say, sir, you gave so much gyan, but after all, why I'm getting this answer in negative sign? So because guys, there's a bug in Excel. So whenever this FBPV function, whenever you use, okay, so there the present value or PMT, whatever you're putting, you should put with minus sign. That is a bug in Excel. So now you see you get everything correct. Now double click here. This is the scenario. So you want to see this F2. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So you understood this. Now guys, this this present value, this present value, suppose if I make the same only, if I make this present value same only, okay, so if I make this present value same, now this become the example of NUT. Can you understand this? Now this is a classical example of NUT. So what I did, I make this present value same in all the scenario. Now this become a classical case of NUT. Okay, now once it become a classical case of NUT, so if I want the total sum, like every year I'll go to the bank and I'll put 2776 rupees into the bank for 7 years. Okay, so the total money I'll get, so the total corpus it will become, the total corpus it will become, the total corpus becomes all equal to, for the sum presented, it becomes 24,023.56 rupees. Can you understand this? So what I did, I earlier, in earlier case, what I've given, in the earlier case, the amount I have put different amount. Then I made it same amount. So because I wanted to discuss about the NUT part here. So I wanted to discuss the concept of NUT here. NUT means when you pay or when you receive the same amount of money after every regular interval of time, we call that as NUT. So here, so let your NUT is suppose 2776 rupees. So this the direct answer, no, what you got here, the direct answer, no, what you got here. So you could do it by using direct, by using step by step like this, or you can use that formula, equal to FB, open bracket, rate is 7%, comma NPER. So in NPR, put 7 year. Okay, put 7 year. PMT. Here, what is your PMT? PMT is this 2776 every year. FB. So FB is 0. So PV is 0. Type is 0. Close bracket, enter. You will get the same answer. So you don't have to do manual work again and again. Clear everyone? So mathematically, guys, if you want to do this, mathematically, guys, if you want to do this, mathematically, guys, if you want to do this, this is called future value of NUT. This is called as future value of NUT. The formula for this is A divided by R percent, NUT divided by R percent into 1 plus rate of interest to the power T minus 1. So here you want it, this is a formula, derivation of formula I'll not go, otherwise you'll run away. So future value of NUT, if I talk about the calculation of future value of NUT, here your NUT is 2776 divide by rate is 7% to the power 1 plus rate 1.07 to the power 7 minus 1. Can you understand this? So manually, if you do this calculation, you will get the same answer. Anyone, any doubt? Manually, you do this calculation, you will get the same answer. So if you want me, sir, can you do this manually? Is that possible, sir, for you, sir? Is that possible that you can find this value manually instead of simply using Excel? Because then what is the point of you being a teacher? Simply you're putting something in Excel and getting the answer, which I'm not at all understanding. So you can easily understand, guys, this future value formula equal to FB rate. What is rate? Rate is 7%, comma NPR. Here, because I'm writing NUT all together, I'm finding the future value. Okay, so the total time period here, I'm not doing individual. So, comma PMT put with minus sign. I told you that anything which you put as an amount. So there's a bug in Excel. So you go to the Microsoft website, you will get to know that PMT is this. PMT means NUT. Present value is nothing. If you have some present value, you can put that also. If you have some present value, you can put that. Like suppose now in my account, I have 1 crore rupees. Okay, Amit sir is a very rich person in Bangalore. So Amit sir have 1 crore rupees in account, and then he's putting 10,000 rupees every month in his account, in FD account. So how much that money will become after 15 years? So 1 crore will be the present value. 10,000 rupees will be the PMT. Can you understand, guys? PV here would be the money. If there's any existing money there, that is your PV. So if Amit sir have 1 crore rupees in his account and every month is putting 10,000, very less, sir. What, sir? So okay, you think 10,000 less? Okay, suppose 60,000. So 60,000 Amit sir is putting every month in his account. So this 60,000 will become PMT. I hope you people can understand what I'm telling you. So comma 0, close bracket, you will get the same answer. Now if you want, now if you want now if you want this, you say no sir, forget formula and all. Sir, I'm student of maths, you do mathematically. So we can do it mathematically, guys. No need of any formula and all. So you can understand this. So if I want to do it mathematically, just open bracket, 2776 okay, divide by 7%, 7% into shift 6, then open bracket. Here you guys, it was open bracket. You see under bracket, you can see 7%. No, you can see 1 plus 7%. 1 plus 7% means 1.07. 1 plus 7%. Then guys, to the power 7, 7, no, total year 7. Okay, now guys, if you understand, you need brackets. Excel, for how you make sure that it follow board mass with along with the kind of calculation what you're doing. Otherwise, it can, because numbers always follow board mass. So what I want it should first multiply 1 plus 7%. It should take it power, okay, to the power 7, and then minus 1, and then it should multiply with 27776 divide by 0.07. So in order to make sure it follow board mass, open brackets, open brackets. So here I open two bracket. So first it will do 1 plus 7%, then to the power 7. So this two bracket. Now this is done. Now minus 1. So then minus 1, and then all together multiply with this. So one more bracket I will open. So the last bracket now what you'll close, that should be the black color. You can see here 1 2 multiplies. The last bracket what you should close, and then you can play 1 minute. So present value is 2776 divide by rate 7% into 1 plus 7% to the power 7 year minus 1. S212776, that is your present value. You're finding future value of NUT, right? Time period is 7 year. A divided by R percent. R is 7%. Okay, I21, that is 7% into 1 plus 7% means 1 plus I21 to the power 7. Correct. And then 1 minute. Then -1. You can see this calculation. Clear the purpose of doing this brackets into and all, because you should understand, guys, how to use brackets and all to do some calculation in Excel. So you should be familiar with the application of brackets, power, shift 6 for power, shift 8, shift 6 for power. Okay, then for multiply, you will use shift 8. So all this, we should be very good with that. Use brackets to perform calculation. Anyone, any doubt, any question? Any doubt, any question, guys? Anyone, anyone, guys? Basit, Akshay, Ali, Ambika, Amrita, Anushri, Arpita, Bhagwan, Bharat, Bhumika, Bindu, Bindu. Two Bindus are there. Then Catherine, Julina, Chaitra, part 1, part 2, Chandan, Chirag, Deepak, Devraj, Devika, Pooja, Dilip, part 20. Okay, Divya, Ganga, Harish, Jaina, Jayashree, Kartik, Kavya, Kripa, Mahendra, Manasa, Nagatamma, Naveen Kumar, Nisarga, Ganesh, Nitin, Pavitra, Pradeep, Prashant, Pratibha, Vijayadashmi, Vandana, Triveni, Tejaswa, Sushmita, Manoj Kumar. Any doubt, anyone? Vinay, Tasaduk, Satyam, Sachin, Rupashri, Rohini, Ramya, Rakshita, Raghu Rajendra, Puneet, Priyanka, Pratibha, Prashant. Any doubt, anyone? Hmm. Okay, great. So I'll give you break, guys. Give me 5 minutes. We'll give you break for a while. Don't worry about that part. Break is the is your democratic right. So don't worry on that part. So here, I hope you understood this, guys. Now that comes now in our daily life, in our day-to-day life, it comes like I just know. So suppose in our day-to-day life, we get a scenario that we get a scenario like so Manoj is having 3-4 houses in Bangalore. Jaina is also having lot of house on rent in Bangalore. So but I want to buy one house. Okay, Rajendra is like he is the king of Komagatta Lake. So, but I want to buy one house in Bangalore. So suppose my budget, I'm middle class person. So suppose I want to buy 2 BHK. I can't think more than that. 2 BHK house, Bangalore. Okay, I want to buy a 2 BHK house in Bangalore. So price of house, the price of house 2 BHK I'm talking about in Bangalore. 2 BHK around it is around 60 lakh rupees right now. Around 60 lakh rupees. I'm not talking of Shobha or Prestige anything. General I'm talking about. So price of house in Bangalore is around 220 60 lakh rupees per oh, 60 lakh rupees, and it it will get appreciate by 5% per annum. So every year it get appreciate by 5% per annum. Okay. So my question is that how much how much how much amount how much amount can I put can I put in mutual fund? Can I put in mutual fund every month, or let it be every year, because I don't want to make it complicated. How much fund can I put in mutual fund every year? Okay, how much amount can I put in mutual fund every year, so that I can get my required goal in 10 years. Per month, if I would do it, would be better. But for you people, I'll not do it per month, because you will feel little bit more complicated. So here I'll do per year. 1 minute. Yeah. So the required goal in 10 year, if mutual fund is expecting to give, because mutual fund returns are subject to market risk, is expected to give, returns are not guaranteed. I'm simply giving a hypothetical example. Better FD and all we can take, which gives guaranteed return, expected to give 15% per annum. Can you understand this question, guys? Something like this question. Mm-hmm. So can you understand this question? Anyone, any doubt with this question? So before I solve this question, we can come to this question directly, and what we can understand here, right? Guys, if I ask you reverse for this question, that my future value of annuity, if I ask you reverse here, my future value of annuity is 24,023.56 rupees, and my rate of interest is 7% per annum, and my time is 7 year. So what should be the value of annuity? If I ask you the reverse question here, okay, if I ask you the reverse question here, so what would be your annuity, guys? Can you tell me the answer? Can you tell me this answer? Can you tell me this answer? I'll go to that question, guys, quickly. So if my future value of annuity is 24,023.56, rate of interest is 7% per annum, time is 7 years. So can you tell me the value of my annuity? Everyone, quickly, what is the answer? What would be the value of annuity, guys? Anyone? No one is responding. Guys, when your annuity was 2776 rupees for 7 year, You got this money, no? Everyone, are you understanding? That's why the reason I asked you this question. When you're putting 2776 rupees in a bank for 7 years at the rate of 7% per annum, you got this much money. So if you are getting this much money, and so what is your annuity? Your annuity would be 2776 rupees, right? Can you understand this? Do you need any rocket science to understand this part? Can you understand this, guys? Everyone, I just reversed it. No, I have not done anything new. I just reverse it, right? So here you can, if you want that value, if you want that value, imagine if you want that value, imagine if you want that value, if you want that value. So here what you can do, you can use a formula called PMT. PMT in Excel, you can do the same thing with the formula PMT. PMT means annuity rate. What is your rate? Rate is 7%, comma NPR. NPR is 7 year. NPR is 7 year. NPR means time, comma PV. PV. Here there's no PV, no present value. You're talking everything in the term of future value. Future value is this 24,023.56. Type 0. Close bracket, enter. Same thing, na guys. I just reversed the question. This is this in account. This is called a sinking fund. Those people who are good with account, they can remember this. This is called sinking fund. This concept is called concept of sinking fund. This concept is called concept of sinking fund. We till now in our BCom, BBA, MBA, MCom, we have studied all this by using notebook and pen and all, by solving problem in class. You can do everything in Excel in like within 10 seconds you do it. You don't need to spend 15 minutes with calculator to get the answer for this. Is this clear, everyone? So whenever you want your money to grow, and if your money is same, so you can directly do it by using future value of annuity. Those who understand maths, it's application of GP, geometric progression. Future value of annuity formula, future value of annuity due, present value of annuity, present value of annuity due. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So now coming back to this question. So what is my sinking fund? What is my corpus? So the sinking fund, if I talk about here, my sinking fund here is like 60 lakh rupees. Okay. And that is growing at the rate of 5%. Okay. That is growing at the rate of 5%. That is growing at the rate of 5%. And that was 10 year is given. So it is growing at the rate of 5% for 10 years. This is my sinking fund, guys. So my sinking fund, what I'm expecting here is 1.05 to the power 10. So this is this much corpus I need. 60 lakh into 1.05 to the power 10. So if I calculate 60 lakh into 1 plus 5%, 1 plus 5% to the power 10. If I simply calculate this, so I'm getting this much. Can you understand this? So how much this is coming? This is coming around 97.73 lakh, 97.73 lakh something. So this is coming around 97.73 lakh something. Okay, so I need to have this much money after 10 years. So if I have this much money after 10 years, because you know that you have studied about inflation, the rate at which prices of goods and services, what we are consuming, their price is increasing. So every year I don't know what Supreet knows this better, that at what rate the real estate prices are appreciating every year in Bangalore. So probably I'm just assuming that it is 5%. I believe it would be more than 5%. Maybe it get impacted because of Corona. So otherwise it would be much more bigger than 5%. So sinking fund is, suppose here is 97.73 lakh, and the rate of interest what I'm expecting, rate of interest here is 5% per annum. No, right, rate of interest. I'm putting in mutual fund, no, which is giving me 15% per annum. This is giving me 15% per annum. My time expectation is 10 year. Okay, guys. So anything else? Yeah. So this much. So here I'll directly apply the formula of future value of NUT, that is your sinking fund. Future value of NUT is equal to A divided by R percent into 1 plus R percent to the power T minus 1. My future value of NUT is 97.73 lakh. NUT is what? What is my NUT? That only I want to find. Every year, how much should I put in mutual fund? So which is growing at the rate of 15%. So 0.15 into 1 plus 15% to the power T. T is how much? 10 year minus 1. So I can find my NUT. How much should I put in mutual fund every year? So that is 97.73 into 0.15 divided by 1.15 to the power 10 minus 1. This is my answer. Can you understand this, guys? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? This I can write as 60 lakh, no? 60 into 1 plus 5% to the power 10 into 0.15 divide by 1.15 to the power 10 minus 1. So if I want to do this calculation in Excel, what is this value? You can do with calculator and all. If I want to do this calculation in Excel, what should be my NUT? How much should I invest? So this will be open with brackets 60 into 1 plus 5% to the power 10 into 0.15. So 60 into shift 8, 60 into 0.15 into 1 1 plus 5%, 1 plus 5% to the power 10. Close that many bracket what you opened, correct? This is your numerator. Anyone, any doubt? This is 60 means 60 lakh, okay? The 60 means not 60, it is 60 lakh. If you want, I'll put more zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So Harish can tell me in 60 lakh how many zeros are there. I have no idea how many zeros are there in 60 lakh. I have never seen in my life. Divide by, so 60 lakh into 0.15 into 1 plus 5% to the power 10. The last bracket, no, what you close, that should always be black color bracket. See the change of the bracket. See the brackets. The bracket, guys. One, this orange, then black. Clear? 60 lakh into 0.15 into 1 plus 5% to the power 10. Divide by 1 plus 15%, 1 plus 15% to the power 10. two bracket close, guys. So this minus one. So it will do like this. Total minus one, otherwise it do. So it's all should be together. This all should be together. So put one more bracket here. If you put extra bracket also, nothing will go anything from your pocket. So just don't worry about that part. If you put extra bracket also, in the sense that if it not required, you can. But remember, whatever bracket you open, it should end with that many brackets. So this much money I need to put every year into the bank. If I say per month, how much money? So I can approximately, this is not exact, around 40,000 rupees per month I need to put in mutual fund. Then possibly it would be per month if I put 40,000 rupees per month approximately into mutual fund, which is giving me 15% interest per annum. So then it would be possible for me to buy house in Bangalore after 10 years. You can see, so that is impossible for a person like me. Any doubt, anyone? सुषमा, सुष्मिता, तसादुक, तेजेश्वर, त्रिवेणी, वंदना, विजयदशमी, विजयलक्ष्मी, विनय, विनय कुमार, विनोद कुमार, यशस्विनी, एनी डाउट? सुप्रीत, सुषमा, कार्तिक, अंबिका, अमृता, भगवान, भरत, भूमिका, बिंदु श्री, बिंदुन श्री, कैथरीना, जुलीना, चैत्रा, पार्ट वन, पार्ट टू, चंदन, एनी डाउट? दिव्या, गंगा, जैना, जयश्री, कार्तिक, कव्या, पार्ट वन, पार्ट टू, किशोर, लक्ष्मी, महिंद्रा, नागतम्मा, नितिन, गणेश, पवित्रा, प्रशांत, प्रतिभा, प्रेम कुमार, प्रेम चोपड़ा. So I hope you understood this. The same thing, this you understood this. Now the same calculation we can do in Excel. The same calculation in Excel. So by using this function called PMT rate. What is your rate? Rate is 15%. Then NPR was time 10 years. Present value was 0. Future value was 60 lakh. 60 lakh means how many zeros? 60 lakh means 6 million. Means 60. Vandu, Erudu, Muru, Nalku, Aidu, Aru. 6 zeros. So 60 lakh, that into 1 plus 5% to the power 10. That is my future value. Then 0. Just put with minus sign future value. Close bracket. Okay. Here. Close that bracket. So you don't have to do that much rigorous calculation. You can do the same thing with very simple formula. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So how was this, guys? Did you like it? What did you find this is useful? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all at 12 o'clock. Thank you, everyone. See you all after the break at 12 o'clock. Bye. Take care.